It almost looks like it was more than just high winds, which it may have been, because there's a lot of sirens in the distance right now. Okay, bad weather, high winds just took out a giant limb, or took it out earlier, which crushed my fence while we were off farm. So 3 of the cows are out somewhere in the community. So we got to go find them. This sucks. All right, we got the trees cut off. Fence is pretty mangled. It's ripped off all the way down to here. And it broke the top wire, which is the most heavy duty one. So it snapped. So what that means is all the way down now, this is gonna be loose. I'm not sure what to do about that. All right, here's the solution. I got a fence stretcher. So I put it on the top wire, pulled it really close and actually overlapped so it's tighter along the top line than it was before. And you can see what it does is it just pulls out all the waves along the top of the fence. So I pulled it taut and then took a piece of top wire from a fence fragment that I have. So I cut it out from here, set it in the middle, looped them back over one another and just wrapped them. And so I'm going to hope that that holds when I release.
You got it?
There it goes. All right, here's the after picture. Coming on and then back down. It looks like it's going to hold all right, but this area is where it just got crushed right here. Boom, right down the middle. And it's just so stretched out on every level, but it's gonna have to do it. The winds and everything are just killing right now. We got debris down everywhere, plus the fence that got crushed when we put back together earlier. It got worse, man. So we've lost power. Sirens and everything going off everywhere. Our power line is down right there. Dude. My gate got blown shut, smashed a little bit. Another big limb came down on top of that, which took out the return line for the power. So, and my neighbor's down over there as well. It's the other end of it. I think it snapped back and headed to their place. This limb here, and then here's the end of the cable. I'm not going any closer than this, but that's where it broke. Man, look at all this. Down here, plus more limbs here. It almost looks like it was more than just high winds, which it may have been, because there's a lot of sirens in the distance right now. So who knows what actually just happened. It's gonna pick up as much of this debris as I can and clear it for the power company when they come down here. Yeah, we got a downburst or tornado, something. I looked at the roof on my pole barn. Son of a biscuit. Well, it's daytime and that's what happened to my pole barn. Good morning, and the farm is still here. Tornado, that's what happened. Came through last night, my neighbor and I, we cleared our road so that the power crews could get down, and there were like 4 down trees on our road. Tractor got a good workout last night and it did super. Lots of power. It was just such a cool thing. But you could see a track coming through the woods where the treetops were taken off, and trees were split, trees were knocked down. And then it came across in the area where I had the cows before. That's all filled with deadfall. Not deadfall, but trees that were ripped apart and dropped down there. And then the pole barn. It's like the last, it was like the last insult to injury. And so I don't know what to do about this. Yeah, look at this. It just took that whole thing and compressed it and twisted it. I mean, holy smokes. Oops, sorry. Holy smokes. I don't even know how you do that. But something torqued that whole thing so much that it bent the girder. Ripped things apart at the center for separation. No idea what to do with that. I mean, if it continues to hold, maybe I don't need to do anything for a while, because I think it's going to have the roof removed, the purlins taken out, new trusses put in, new purlins put in, and new roof put on. So I got to figure that out. Meanwhile, I clean this area up. The steers are okay. Things I got to do, I got to get the animals fed. I'll clean up their pens real quick. Then I'm going to walk the perimeter fence, make sure nothing else is down. And then I got some other appointments this morning that I got to go to. Then come back and clean up everything. But none of us were hurt. We did okay. The downed trees along our road actually snapped the power lines in 3 different places last night. So power company got out here. They did a good job, but it was going to take a while because they were going to have to cut all that stuff away, and they had crews in other places doing that. So my neighbor and I just went out there and we took care of it. We got all that stuff cleared out. They let us know that they had grounded the road, the lines on the road, so that, you know, no electricity was going to flow through any of those lines, so we were safe to move around them. It worked good, and probably we had power back by 10:30 last night, which was a real blessing. Could have taken a lot longer. They were forecasting early hours of the morning. So just doing a perimeter check on the fence, and dude, so it looks like a little bit of stuff fell on the fence, but it's not terrible. I just got to put things back together again here, but man, I got reamed. Looks like there might be some stuff down there too. The fence is pulled down. I'm gonna have to figure out how to break that off, because that's hanging down here and it's gonna get the fence too. Well, I cleared everything out of the tops of these. Not. The fence is still up pretty good. It's just the debris has come down on it. I think I can get that cleared off, no problem. The whole rest of the tree is back on that side of the fence. Some more over there. Just a whole lot of debris all through here. This area's a mess. All this stuff is down. It's down trees, snapped. More down over there. All the rest of this stuff is bent over pretty heavily. Look okay down that way. And then this way we've only got this one. Some of them, there's broken like trees or treetops, and you can't find anything in the area that matches it. So it obviously traveled some distance. All right, more to go. All right, perimeter fence is intact everywhere else. So that one break we had where the steers got out, that was our one bad spot. I'm out here in the wetland. Tell you what, they're full again. Several days of rain. And now I'm walking through muck out here before it was dry. So that's good for the critters out there. They'll be happy. It's gonna be good for the well too, although I don't think it was necessarily suffering, but it's always good to make sure stuff's full up like that. Okay, Perimeter fence is good. Poly tape is good. Everything's up. Everybody should stay where they're supposed to be for now. Tell you what, last night felt dark in several ways. Once again, light of day, doing a check. Everything's back where it should be. I've identified a lot of things I didn't do right, or things I could have done better to prepare. So I use the next couple days to fix that and make sure I'm ready next time. Warning shot. Good thing. Yeah, long day, but a good one, but still collecting piles of stuff as we clean up. You can see them all out there, and then, well, they're all along out there, you can see. I haven't got into the woods yet to start picking up all the deadfall, all the stuff that was taken out of the trees. But I'll get there. And I still got all the stuff that's down that way in the entrance. But good day. One thing that happened, you can hear maybe a little bit in the background, is generators running. Yesterday, when we needed it, I have 2 generators, one for each house. The big generator goes for the big house. But when I needed it, I could not get it to start. So I'm out there, wind, it's rain, it's miserable, and I cannot get the generator to start. So I ended up taking a smaller generator, and we just all agreed that we wouldn't, use the water, because mainly that powers the well. But we got that. We set the smaller one in the house, and just sort of throttled all of our usage for all the different types of things. But really frustrating, because I shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't, right? I should have checked it the day before when we knew the storm was coming. We didn't know it'd be that bad. We didn't know we'd have a tornado. But I got it running now, and I'm just letting it run for a couple hours just to make sure it's fully doing its thing. Got another day of cleaning up, at least, just out here in the yard and the pasture. But the steers have done all right. They've stayed in their corral, or stayed in their paddock for the day. Haven't had any issues there, knock on wood. But they're gathering in the corral area now, which is their way of letting me know that they're ready for dinner. So I'll take care of them. I got to collect eggs. I got to put everybody to bed, shut down the generator, clean it all up, and get it put away, and then call it a night. More cleanup going on. You can see it's coming together little by little, getting it back to looking right. Not so much area outside the gate, but Tractor Supply came and they brought me my cattle panels. So I don't have them installed yet. I just got them leaning up there. I did have them laying on the ground, but I was afraid I'd run over them or something, forget, and that might set me to a sour mood. So you can see I still got a lot of cleanup to do outside. It's not clear on camera. There's a lot of debris over here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that today. Maybe. I don't know. The catch is I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about connecting the fence to the metal post. I can just put a strap around it as at least a temporary measure. But one thing I do want to do is I'd like to build nice columns next to each fence post. And got to think a little bit about how that's going to work. But I think the first step, of course, would be to pour some kind of, lay down a concrete pad, probably, I don't know, 6 inches deep. That might be too much. I don't know, I'll have to do a little research. And then use cinder blocks to build a 3x3 post up to about 6 feet. And that would be good. Maybe I could put a light on top of each one. I've been thinking about that. I kind of like the way that sounds. Then I got to run wiring. Well, let's not throw it out. I mean, So just a thought. But this is, cattle panels are here. So I'll get around to working those in. I got one other thing I'm going to work on today too. I don't know if you remember, if you've been watching long enough, I hit a stump with the deflector on the front of my rotary cutter. And that did quite a job on it. I kept using it for a while. It wasn't actually that bad. It got a little worse the other day. The area I was working in had a lot of very thick vines. And it's not that anything would have stopped it in good condition. It's just because it was bent and already weakened, things just grab at it and pull and pull and pull, and pretty soon it was like that. So that's not good. But I was over at John Deere the other day and they had one of these in stock. I'm going to do a remove and replace, and that should get me back up to speed. Well, there's the difference between new on the right and not so new on the left. There you go. Got a tick decided to help himself to me while I'm sitting here. Three holes in the middle, 1, 2, 3. They don't line up with what's on the body. So this is elevated just a little bit. Okay. Let's try something. Let's go all the way across, one at a time. Science! That thing really just got wrinkles. Yep, I really got all of that. My son is learning to weld. Uh-oh, it's broken and needs to be welded. All right, ran out of time today. Hi, buddy. Ran out of time today. Still doing a little cleanup. Got some stuff done. Now we're gonna collect eggs, and all these guys are going to go to bed eventually, and then we're going to call it a day. So I think that's going to do it from here. We'll talk to you guys later.